What's going on, everyone? I'm finally back with another video, and today I'm going to be going through my WSS Season 5 run. If you don't know what this is, WSS is the World Showdown Series, basically a draft league. I uploaded Season 3 and Season 4 to my channel before, so now we're going to be going through my Season 5 run. This is going to be weeks 1 to 3, and then I'm going to have videos coming out later of weeks 4 to 6, and then 7 to well, it should have been 11, but it's only going to be 10 because of reasons. And then yeah, I'm going to have videos and all of that. So I'm finally back with another draft league video. It's been a while. I've been doing a lot of Odyssey stuff lately, and yeah, I've still been playing draft league this whole time. I just haven't really been uploading any of it, and I want to try to get back to doing some of that. So yeah, first of all, I'm just going to go through my draft really quickly, and then we'll get into week 1. I'll go through my team quickly. Spoilers, I am recording this after the season is finished, and yeah, I'm definitely not going to be able to remember everything on the team, why exactly, but I'm going to do my best to remember it. And yeah, so let's just basically get into my draft here. This is in this is not in the order I drafted, but as you can see, we have Blastoise here. I thought it was really good for my team. It gives me a water type and also hazard removal. Blastoise can also take hits really well. Has cool options: Scald, Ice Beam, Roar, etc. Rapid Spin, obviously. And yeah, just a bulky water that at that stage in the draft my team needed. We also have Kofag here. And again, I'm not going to be going through all the options. You'll see a lot of the sets I bring in the games. We have Kofag. I love Kofag. Super bulky, can take on a lot of hits, and can also function really well offensively with Trick Room, Nasty Plot and such. And it has a lot of cool options. T-Spikes, which I love. Can also trap stuff with Mean Look. And yeah, Carmined Up, stuff like that. Iron Defense even. It's got some cool options. Next up, I have Hooper Unbound. Now, I've really wanted to draft this thing for a while. I've always thought it was super cool, and but yeah, it's just never really allowed in draft leagues, or at least the ones I've been in. It's being allowed in more draft leagues now, though. And yeah, I've never tried it before. I don't know how it was gonna do, but I knew it was gonna do well, and I really wanted to draft it, so I picked it up, and I wanted to see how it goes. So yeah, obviously a complete powerhouse. Can just absolutely break through teams. Can function really well physically or specially, and yeah, what is it? Obviously has Hyperspace Fury, can go through Protect, Sub, and can also use the Trick Room option. So we have a couple of Trick Room options right now, and it also gives me a Dark type, which I think is really important for a team. And next up we have, oh no, that is not what I wanted to do. Next up we have Mega Lopunny here. So yeah, I went with Mega Lopunny as my Mega. Have drafted it before, and in a league that that kind of died. And yeah, the first time I clicked high jump kick with it, it missed. Hopefully it will do better this time. And yeah, obviously Mega Lopunny is a complete powerhouse, can absolutely break through teams. You kind of know what it's going to do, but it doesn't really matter. Like high jump kick, Drain Punch, Power Up Punch, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch, Return. Yeah, it's got some really cool options. Obviously has huge attack and speed, which is really important. 135 speed is really nice, and that really works well with my team. I wanted to make sure I had some speed on my draft, and yeah, Mega Lopunny just fits that perfect. Gives me a fighting type and an absolute powerhouse. And next up, you can see we have Magina. I have no idea how I got Magina. I was 8th pick in the draft. Oh yeah, I think this is worth mentioning. This league has S tiers, so basically you have the option to draft S tiers for, I believe it's 200 points or whatever. It's a lot more points than a tier 1, so you have the option of drafting that, but obviously that's going to cost you more points. So yeah, I definitely went with Magina though. That was like it's banned all the time. Obviously this has an S tier, that's why it's allowed. I still have no idea how it made it to 8th pick. Honestly, that's insane. So yeah, I had to pick this up. Obviously, you know, Magina's broken. It's insane. Yeah, Fluid Cannon. Also has Trick Room options, Shift Gear, can just destroy through teams. Gives me Fairy, gives me a Steel. It's also my Z-move user, which is amazing, and I'm also really sorry if you can hear the rain in the background. It's raining quite a lot, so sorry about that if you can hear it. Yeah, it's got so many options. Calm Mind, etc, etc. And yeah, I really wanted to pick this up. Still have no idea how it made it to me, but yeah, we got Magina. That's insane. My other Z-move option here is Moltres. Moltres has really cool Z-move options. Obviously, you've got the Fire Z-move, also Flying, and then I thought another, like, for Hurricane, and then I thought another really cool option is, like, Solar Beam to catch waters off guard. You can just Z Solar Beam them. Yeah, Moltres gives me a Fire type, gives me a Flying type. Need another Hazard Remover because my team, when I was drafting this, I didn't really have good Hazard Removal, so I decided to pick up Moltres. Obviously, it's 4 times weak to rocks, but I think that's okay, and yeah, got decent speed, and I think it just fit the team nicely for what I could get, and yeah, I really like that. So next up here, we have Nihilego. Nihilego is amazing. I honestly think it doesn't get enough credit. Obviously, it's a beast, so it gets beast boost. You can boost its special attack or its speed. Got great stab options with Power Gem, Sludge Wave, also has Toxic Spikes, also has Stealth Rocks as well for a Stealth Rock option. Gets so many other moves, Dazzling Gleam, Psychic, Psyshock, Thunderbolt. It's got lots of options, and yeah, 103 speed's really nice, that's being the base 100s. And yeah, it can just sweep a lot of teams, to be honest, it really can. So I really want to pick that up. I love Nihilego, so I picked it up there. And next up we have Piloswine. I think this was one of my later picks in the draft. Gives me a ground, well, it was my second ground type at this point. But yeah, also gives me another rocks option because I wanted that. Gives me an ice type. Piloswine's good, obviously with the Violet. Got Icicle Crash, Earthquake, Ice Shard. It's a good option. Next we have Uxie, another Stealth Rocker. I really wanted to pick up Uxie. I think it fit the team really well. Gives me a Psychic type. Gives me Stealth Rocks, obviously, which is really important. And yeah, it can just take on a lot of hits and be a really good check to a lot of mons. And it can also be a threat itself if it has to be. But yeah, really needed to pick this up for the rocks as well. I don't want to be limited with my rock options. And yeah, Uxie just worked really nicely. Next up, we have Vikavolt here. I need an electric type. It also gives me another hazard remover. It gives me a bug type. It is not fast at all, really, but yeah, I think it fits the team nicely. I need the electric type, and it can be a really big threat to a lot of teams. Obviously, you have the agility option if you want to go with that. Also, like with Magina and Uxie, you also have Trick Room, so it can work well with the Trick Room option. My team does have a really good Trick Room options with Magina, Hooper, Uxie. Magina, Hooper, Uxie, and what was the other one? Oh yeah, Kofag. So yeah, it fits really nicely, and it can be a really big threat to a lot of teams, so yeah, I want to pick up Vikavolt there. And then finally here we have Zygarde 10%. Gives me a dragon, gives me a ground, obviously another ground. It's a super big threat, just can Dragon Dance up, Coil, it can trap with 1000 Waves, obviously 1000 Arrows is insane, is an insanely good move. Yeah, this can get really out of hand for a lot of teams. Obviously, with a base 115 speed, that is really important, I think. And yeah, I really want to pick it up. It can be a big problem for a lot of teams. You've got banded options, etc. So yeah, that is going to be my draft for this season. I really love it. And yeah, with that, let's go ahead and jump into week 1. Alright, so we're here with week 1 against Joey, coach of the Roma Rotoms. And quickly, let's take a look at his team here. He has Chansey, Darmanitan, Electros, Florges, Mienshao, Mega Pidgeot, Quagsire, Sableye, Shaman, Skarmory, and Zygarde. So yeah, again, I'm not going to remember everything from my team because this was ages ago, but I'll do my best to try and remember stuff. So yeah, obviously he has a pretty fat team. He's got Chansey, Florges, Quagsire, Sableye, Skarmory. Pretty annoying. And then he also has huge threats like Zygarde, which is really annoying. Mega Pidgeot, Mienshao can be a problem, and same with Darmanitan, really scary, can hit like a truck. So yeah, it's kind of like a pretty fat team, but he also has a good amount of threats on it. So let's jump over to my team here. So let's go here. First of all, I have Hooper Unbound with the choice specs: Psyshock, Dark Pulse, Trick, and Nasty Plot. Max special attack, modest, 176 speed. That's all the speed I need. I'm not gonna go through and say what it was for because otherwise we'll be here forever. So that's all the speed I needed. Then the rest is just max special attack, modest, choice specs, Psyshock, Dark Pulse, Trick, and Nasty Plot. This absolutely rips through all of his fat, which is super nice, seeing otherwise that would be super annoying. So yeah, having Hooper Unbound that can just break through that is so nice. I have the choice specs on it just to hit as hard as possible. I'm pretty sure all we need to be clicking, all we need to be clicking is Psyshock and Dark Pulse. That's literally all we need against his team. And then I also have the, seeing I don't need any other moves on it, I also have the option, if I want to, is to trick a choice specs onto one of his fat mons, which won't appreciate it. And then if I do that, I can still have the option to Nasty Plot up, which is really nice. So that's going to be Hooper there. Next up, we have Blastoise. I put this on the team mainly because I needed something that can actually kind of switch in to Darmanitan. Not that it's not going to be able to switch in too many times, but at least if I switch this in, I can keep him down with the Rocky Helmet. So this is kind of my attempt at that, because yeah, otherwise the Darmanitan comes in and like I have pretty much nothing for it, which is kind of a problem. So I have Ice Beam on there for the Zygarde, Scald for the Darmanitan, just to spam that against everything. We have Toxic as well for all of his fat mons, and then I have Spin because to obviously get rid of the hazards. So yeah, that's just max defense pretty much. And yeah, now let's move on to Magina. Shucker Berry with Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Energy Ball, and Iron Head. So the Shucker Berry is obviously there for the Zygarde. My hope is to try and lure him into thinking he can just click 1,000 arrows on me, and then I Ice Beam him back and kill him, which is what I'm trying to go for here. Now this EV spread is interesting. I have max HP, 192 attack, 64 special attack, and relaxed nature. There is reasoning for all of this. I believe the 192 attack is so the Florges won't be too big of a problem, because I actually figured a Calm Mind Florges could be kind of scary to my team. Actually, it can definitely be scary. So yeah, I wanted to make sure I had Iron Head on Magina with enough to where the Florges doesn't get out of hand, and then I have max HP to be able to take hits from whatever it is I wanted to take hits on, but I also needed the relaxed nature on that as well. And then we have the rest into special attack. So yeah, this is going to try to catch the Zygarde off guard, hopefully. And yeah, the Energy Ball for the Quagsire, Iron Head, like I said, for the Florges. Then we have Beam, and then we have Bolt Beam. Next up, we have Mega Lopunny. Return, High Jump Kick, Ice Punch, and Fake Out. 112 HP, max attack, 144 speed, Jolly. That's all the speed we need to outspeed his team. Then just rest into attack, and then leftovers into HP. This just hits his whole team for a lot of damage. We have the Fake Out there, obviously, just to, you know, get extra damage off. And yeah, I didn't really need anything else on it anyway. Ice Punch for the Zygarde, High Jump Kick, and Return hit the rest of his team. Let's go to Kofag now. I have an interesting Kofag here. Max HP, Max Defense, Bold, with Mean Look, Toxic, Rest, and Toxic Spikes, Gesto, Berry. This was kind of meant, I think this was kind of meant for the Chansey, and let's go back to his team. The Chansey and Quagsire and stuff. I figured it could be annoying, so the aim of this is to get T-Spikes up. It can chip his team down. And then I also have Toxic on there. I don't know if I needed both of those, but in case something's not already poisoned or he gets the defog off, my goal here, oh yeah, I actually do need both of those. So yeah, I basically Mean Look the Chansey or whatever, get a Toxic off on it, and then I can just rest, and I have the Chesto Berry as well. And yeah, that will be able to hopefully trap those things, which is really important for my team. And then finally I have a Choice Scarf Zygarde with 1,000 arrows, Outrage, Extreme Speed, and Stone Age, Max Attack, 176 Speed, Jolly, and 80 HP. Why was this scarfed? Let me see. Well, obviously with the Scarf, we're going to outspeed the Pidgeot. We're going to outspeed a Scarfed Darmanitan. What just happened to the screen? Scarfed Darmanitan, and yeah, Scarfed Mienshao as well. Hits his team really hard. I think it was because, yeah, a Scarfed Mienshao could be pretty scary to my team if it gets out of hand. So this is just a backup. I also have E-Speed on as well. Don't know why exactly. I guess if I get knocked off. Yeah, and also E-Speed for his Zygarde, which could E-Speed me. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm not remembering this well. I'm doing my best. So, yeah, that's going to be the team. Let's jump over to the game now. Okay, so we're here with the battle now. As we can see, he decides to bring Darmanitan, Sableye, Skarmory, Zygarde, Florges, and Shaman. So, yeah, let's just jump right into the game here. I think I'll just leave it on normal speed. So I'm going to lead out with my... Oh my gosh, why is the volume on this? Hold on. Just mute that. Okay. So I'm going to lead out with Mega Lopunny here. I can just Mega Evolve and go for the Fake Out here. And yeah, that does a good amount of damage. Now I'm going to switch out into my Blastoise here, as he's going to go for the U-turn, which is all good because we are chipping him down with Rocky Helmet, plus the damage he is going to be doing with Flare Blitz to himself and Recoil and such, plus the Fake Out. That's really nice because the Darmanitan is definitely really scary. So he's going to U-turn out into his Shaman, and I'm going to switch out into my Kofag as he decides to go for the Sub. And then he's going to go Leech Seed, so he's got Sub, Seed here. I just decided to set up my Toxic Spikes because even though he has a Skarmory, it's still really nice. So I just get both layers up here. And yeah, obviously he's chipped me down a lot, and I just let my Kofag go down here. I'm going to go into Hooper now, as he reveals his Z-move, Bloom Doom. Not going to be able to kill me here, as I can go for the Dark Pulse to break that thing Sub. And now I'm going to switch out here, because Hooper is still really important, into my Magina, which can take it very nicely. He's going to try and Sub again, but I do have the Beam, so he's not going to be able to Sub up on me. He's going to switch out now into his Florges, gets the Toxic, which is really nice, because this is definitely a threat. But we do have the Iron Head on this as well, so I do want to take my opportunity to Iron Head this down. He does have Defog on the Florges as well, which is fine. We still get rid of the Florges here, which I think is really nice, because that was definitely scary for the team. So yeah, Magina's going to get the boost here as well, which is really important, but I have to switch out here into my Blastoise again. He's going to chip himself down with the Recoil plus the Rocky Helmet, and getting this thing low is really nice, as he's just going to kill himself here with the Recoil. And now Blastoise has done its job. I have no reason to keep it, so I'm just going to make sure this Shaman does not get the Sub up on me, and he can kill me here. That's all good. Now I'm going to go into my Lopunny, and I'm going to be able to fire off a Fake Out here, and here's Rocky Helmet Skarmory himself. I can switch into my Magina here. He can't touch me at all, really. I can keep switching into Magina. We can play this game as long as he wants to. I just keep going to Magina. He finally decides to switch out into Shaman this time. Gonna go for the Leech Seed, as I'm just gonna go for the Ice Beam and kill it off here. So another kill to Magina, getting rid of the Shaman here. Now I can take 1,000 arrows from this, and I can take 1,000 arrows after one round of Leech Seed as well. So I do not want this thing setting up, because it is a huge threat to me. So I decide to go for it there. He subs. And then the second time he does choose to go for the 1,000 arrows, we can eat that up and kill it off, and that is absolutely huge. That's practically going to wrap up the game now, though, because that was like the huge thing that I couldn't let set up. So yeah, the Shucker Berry really came into play here. I can't really do much to this with Zygarde with 1,000 arrows. I'm just going to keep going for 1,000 arrows. Can we speed this up a bit? Never mind. He's just going to foul play me, and that's going to be able to kill me, which is all good. He goes for recover. I just keep clicking 1,000 arrows. Obviously, I'm locked into it. I don't need the Zygarde at this point. He can just kill me off. Now I can send in my Hooper, I believe. Yeah, we just go into Hooper here, and this thing is just going to fall over to Dark Pulse, and that is gone. And now, last, he has Skarmory, which is also going to completely drop to that Specs Dark Pulse there. Modest max special attack Dark Pulse. So Hooper really putting in the work in game 1 here, like I expected it would, and same with Magina. So yeah, we're going to get the win week 1. GG to Joey, and let's move on to week 2 now. Okay, we're back with week 2 against Pichu, coach of the Adelaide Agrons, the two Adelaide teams squaring off in a showdown. And as you can see here, he has an insane team. So he has Dugtrio, Guzzlord, Marshadow, Mega Mawile, Mesprit, Pikachu, Rotom-Mow, Superior, Togetic, Vaporeon, and Victini. So, first of all, he has Marshadow, Mega Mawile, Victini. That trio right there is insane to be able to deal with. Like, actually insane. He's obviously taken advantage of the S tier rule here with picking up Marshadow and Mega Mawile. They were both S tiers. And, yeah, obviously you can see the kills and stuff. I don't know how else I'm going to show all the teams without it revealing the kills. But yeah, it doesn't really spoil too much, I guess. He has Superior, which he's got 26 kills with Superior, which is absolutely insane. He went absolutely ham with it this season. And yeah, that I also thought I'd point that out because that's just insane. But yeah, so obviously he's taken advantage of the S tier rule with getting Marshadow and Mega Mawile. But however, that did cost him a lot of points, so that has definitely hurt the rest of his draft a little bit. But at the same time, the trio of Marshadow, Mega Mawile, and Victini is absolutely disgusting to deal with. So this was a very, very hard matchup. Well, not necessarily matchup, but very, very hard to prep for because of just that trio alone is so scary. He also has a Dugtrio, which is kind of a problem for my Magina. I do not want to get trapped by that. And yeah, he has Mesprit as well. He obviously has Pikachu, which, as you can see, he never brought, but yeah. Besides that, the rest of his team's pretty strong. He has Superior, which he obviously did great with, Rotom-Mow, and yeah, he's got Vaporeon as well. But yeah, this is an insane team. So let's go ahead and jump over to the team builder here. Why am I not on the first mon? Okay. Mega Lopunny is what I'm bringing first up with Return, High Jump Kick, Fake Out, and Quick Attack. Max Attack, all the speed I need, 176. And yeah, that outspeeds Max Speed Marshadow, I believe. And then I just put the rest into HP. I have Fake Out and Quick Attack, both priorities, because I felt like I needed both and I didn't really need anything else on it. But maybe I shouldn't have actually done that. Anyway, that's what I have, Fake Out and Quick Attack. And then we just have my 2 stabs, which actually really threaten his team a lot. So yeah, I felt like I really had to bring Mega Lopunny here. We have Moltres here with Max HP, Max Defense, Bold, 12 Speed. This was an attempt at a Victini answer, I think, but it's not. It's actually definitely not a Victini answer because I can't even touch it. I don't really know what this is for, to be honest. I think this was for Marshadow. Yeah, this was for Marshadow, I think. With the Charlie Berry and this investment, I believe we take a Life Orb Rock Tomb. Again, don't quote me on this because this was such a long time ago. I believe we take a Life Orb Rock Tomb from Marshadow with the Charlie Berry from full. And then I have Flamethrower just as an attack, Toxic, Defog to get rid of the hazards, and Roost. So yeah, that's what we have here. This is also really nice for the Mega Mawile as well. Which also, I believe, gets Rock Tomb or something, Rock. And yeah, but it could also hit me with a Thunder Punch as well. Or just anything really, but at least I have the chance at Flame Body as well, which is really nice for the Marshadow and the Mega Mawile. So yeah, that's Moltres here. Next up we have Magina with Max Special Attack, Modest, 212 Speed, 44 Defense, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, Fluid Cannon, and Shift Gear. This is a huge threat to his team. If I get a Shift Gear up, this could just potentially win. I just have Fluid Cannon on there with the Z, Thunderbolt, and Ice Beam. So yeah, the Z Thunderbolt can hit the majority of his team really well, and yeah, Ice Beam and Thunderbolt hits pretty much everything on his team, and so does Fluid Cannon. He has like no switch to Fluid Cannon. It could be Z, I could make it Z Fluid Cannon, but I just decided with Electrium for this game. So yeah, this can definitely be scary for him. Next up, we have an interesting Zygarde here. Max Attack, Adamant, Max Speed, 4 Defense. I believe Max Speed with Adamant, I still outspeed Victini by 1 point. So that's why I went with that. I have Sub, Protect, Spite, 1000 Arrows with Leftovers. This is interesting. I can't really remember what this was for. So, yeah, I have 1,000 arrows. It just hits pretty much everything, which is really nice. So I think the thinking with this... Why did I have Spite? That was definitely a good reason for this, but I really can't remember it. I had Sub. I think an option for Sub was because I can sub as the Mawile tries to sucker punch me, and then it's in a bad spot, but oh my gosh, honestly I do not remember what this was for. There was definitely a reason for it though. It looks really stupid, but I definitely have a reason for this. Obviously, it's pretty scary for his entire team. He does have double grasp, but besides that, it's really nice for the Victini. Oops. Stop. There we go. Sorry about that. It's really nice for the Victini, the Mega Mawile. And yeah, there was a reason for it. Maybe I'll put it in the description if I remember, but I had a reason for it. But besides that, yeah, it can just be pretty scary to his team. And next up here, we have Vikavolt. Max HP, 64 special attack, modest nature, 192 speed. 192 speed is all I need. Then the 64 with modest. This is just a really big threat to his entire team. I have Sub Roost here. Don't know if I really necessarily need it to be like that, but just T-Bolt and Bug Buzz, it's really scary for his entire team. Bug Buzz hits the Mesprit, hits the Rotom, hits the Superior. Then we have Thunderbolt for the Togetic and the Vaporeon. He really doesn't have a good swap into this. Thunderbolt will still do a lot to the Mawile, the Marshadow, etc. Same with the Dougie. Bug Buzz will do a lot to that. Yeah, it kind of just hits his entire team really hard, and this is what I was saying about Vikavolt being a big threat to a lot of teams, because just its dual stabs alone can cause a lot of problems. And then I have Sub Roost. If I get behind a Sub, this is really annoying for him. And yeah, this can also swap into Superior and Rotom really nicely, and yeah, this is just really nice at breaking down his team. And then finally here we have Uxie with the Cassid Berry, Stealth Rock, Psychic, U-Turn, Memento, Max HP, 248 defense, Bold, 8 speed. So yeah, this is, I need to get up Rocks this game, because it's actually really nice for his team, and I'm pretty sure I had, yeah, getting the Rocks up ensured that a lot of my team could pick up kills instead of not being able to kill. And plus it's really nice for that Victini, and also potentially maybe a Sash Dog Trio can be really nice. And then I have Cassid Berry, because that Marshadow is a huge problem, and with the Cassid Berry I believe we always eat 2 hits from Marshadow, unless maybe not if he's Life Orb, I don't know, but we can at least take the hit and then hit him up with a Psychic, which will 2-hit KO him. And Rocks are really important in this game, like I said. And then obviously we have the Memento, which is really nice to Memento into Magina. So yeah, that's going to be the team. Let's go over to the battle. Alright, so we can see here he brings a team of Dugtrio, Victini, Superior, Mega Mawile, Marshadow, and Mesprit. He does bring the trio of Victini, Mega Mawile, and Marshadow, no surprise there. He does have the Dugtrio as well, which can be kind of scary. Something I also forgot to mention is the Charlie Berry or Moltres can actually be really nice for the Dugtrio as well with Stone Edge, and we can do a lot of damage to that as well. So yeah, and obviously the Moltres is great for the Serp and the Rotom. It's looking kind of good in this matchup, to be honest, and yeah, Mega Lopunny also just a huge problem for him. Same with Magina, but yeah, he does decide to bring the Superior as well. Let's just jump into this here. Make sure I mute so it doesn't play the volume and break my ears. So he does decide to lead with the Marshadow. We do have the Cassid Berry for that, and we can hit it up with a Psychic. I was debating between going for Rocks or Psychic there, but I decided this thing is just such a big threat that I want to get damage off on it. So I do decide to go for the Psychic. It is a 2-hit KO, and we can take another Shadow Punch and kill off the Marshadow here. I just wanted to get rid of it. Maybe I should have set up the Rocks, but I decided to get rid of it here. Can just bring in the Victini here. I'm going to save the Uxie and just go onto my Moltres here, as he does decide to go onto Dugtrio. I'm not scared of this. I want to get off damage on it. Getting rid of it is really nice for Magina, and I know I can stay in because of the Charlie Berry. And he does decide to get up Rocks, which means I can kill that off, which is really nice. We're off to a really good start here. He goes into Serp, and obviously you're going into Serp if you can kill this, so he will have the hidden power rock, there. That can also hit my Vikavolt, but I can go into Vikavolt still here. Go for it again, and I can kill off the Cert here. The rocks, they're a little bit annoying, and I would have liked to got my own rocks up, but I did decide to kill it. He does go Victini here. I do not have a switch in for the Victini, so I just let that die. I go into my Zygarde here, just fire off 1,000 arrows. He does decide to go into his Mesprit here. It takes it pretty well, and I'm just going to go back into my Uxie and sack it off here, as he does decide to go for the knockoff. I let it die here. This does allow me to get into my Magina though. Sorry, my voice is dying. It sounds horrible. Yeah, and I can go for a Fluid Cannon, even though that is resisted. The Victini still takes a lot. My Lopunny can live any hit from the Victini, as he does go for the Blue Flare. However, he does get the burn, and that really sucks, because now my Lopunny isn't doing that much. But a Fake Out into a Quick Attack does at least get damage off on it, and can put it in range for a Fluid Cannon again, so he cannot switch into another Fluid Cannon. I go onto my Zygarde here as he decides to switch out. I'm just going to go for another arrows here. We are chipping down the Mesprit, and we do get a crit there, which is pretty unfortunate for him, but as is the burn. So we do get to chip it down more here. If I can chip this thing down, Zygarde's looking good to potentially win this here. He does U-turn on me to get back in his Victini. I'm kind of forced to go back into my Zygarde here, and we can take the hit, but obviously kind of annoying. I'm just going to go for another Aries here, because if he switches in Mesprit, it's going to die to 2. So we can kill off the Mesprit here, and that's exactly what we do. Now here is an interesting decision. So he goes into Mawile here, and I decide to go for the substitute, I believe, expecting him to maybe go for the Sucker Punch. I don't remember exactly, but I think it might kill. But either way, if I can get up a sub here, then I can kill off both of them. But I don't know if subbing was actually the right play, because if I just went for 1,000 arrows here, I mean, obviously I can't kill this Mawile right now though, because of the attack drop from the Intimidate. So I cannot kill this. So I have to switch out first of all into my Magina and try and win with my Zygarde here. So he's going to go for the Iron Head. That does so much, and I just go for a Shift Gear, trying to catch his Sucker Punch, but yeah, it doesn't really matter too much here. I go into Zygarde here, now outside the sub or 1,000 arrows. If I have 1,000 arrows and he stays in, then I win, because obviously the Victini can't kill me. So I do decide to go for sub here though. Probably a bad decision, because now I cannot be in range of living a hit from the Victini. So I do just decide to go for 1,000. Oh no, I protect to get as much health back. I think I have to be above 60 or maybe 70. I think it might be 70% to be able to take the hit from the Victini. As he is going to go into Victini now, I protect, and he does reveal to have the Glaciate. So yeah, he is going to be able to kill me for the win there. Hold up a second. I don't know why I'm getting... I keep getting really confused. I'm not Scarfed. That was last game. So yeah, the Victini... Sorry about this. The Victini was Scarfed, so I need to be in a range of health where I can live. The Glaciate, and I believe that was above 70%, I think. This could be wrong. So yeah, obviously going for the sub ended up not paying off, but I thought he would go for the Sucker Punch, so it was kind of a 50-50, but I'm really not too happy with how I played this game. I kind of played it really... I don't know, really like... probably too safe, to be honest. I could have definitely won this game. Obviously the burn on Lopunny sucked, but I also got the crit back. So yeah, GG to Pichu, he does get the win there. And yeah, the Victini was just a super big threat to me, and yeah, I tried to do it with Zygarde, but maybe I shouldn't have gone for the substitute there. I don't know. I guess it's kind of a 50-50, but also I'm not too happy with how I played this one. So yeah, that's going to be week 2. We do take the loss to Pichu. Now let's move on to week 3. Now we have week 3 versus Tony, coach of the Canterbury Conkelders. I might be saying that wrong, so sorry if I am, but this is his team. He has Gliscor, Hariyama, Jellicent, Crocodile, Kyurem, Mew, Alolan Persian, Salazzle, Mega Scizor, Tangela, and Tapu Koko. Also, apologies, my voice is dying. I'm trying. So yeah, this team is actually really scary. Mega Scizor is a huge threat, as is Mew. I have no idea what the Mew's going to do. Obviously, no one really has a good idea of what the Mew can do. It can do anything. Like, so I don't really know what to expect from it. But yeah, it can definitely be a problem for me. And he also has Tapu Koko, which is like another huge threat. So yeah, I'm taking too long with these team builders, so I'm going to try and speed this up a bit. Do not really remember much of this team whatsoever, but yeah, I really don't remember what this Kofag is for, just especially defensive Kofag, and Hidden Power Fire is there for the Scizor, Energy Ball is there for the Crook, I believe, probably. And yeah, just with leftovers, Toxic Spikes, because that's pretty difficult for his team, and Haze as well. Next up we have Choice Scarf near Lego. This is also a pretty big threat to his team. Kind of. I can get up Rocks as well, which are a problem for him, and yeah, just Power Gem, Slug Wave, the 2 stabs, and then Dazzling Gleam as well. And yeah, we have Max Special Attack, 208 speed. Next up we have Magina. I do remember this can just completely destroy him. He does not have much for it. This is just Max Special Attack, modest, 128 speed, Shift Gear. With Shift Gear we outspeed everything we need to. Hidden Power Fire is there for the Scizor, Ice Beam, and Dazzling Gleam hit the rest of his team, and we have the Fairy and Z. The reason I decided not to go for Fluid is because I really do not want to miss for this week, so yeah, I decided to put Dazzling Gleam on it. Magina can definitely just win. Now we have Lopunny. This is another huge threat for his team. Jolly, 216 speed, max attack, and then we have Ice Punch for the Gliscor, Fire Punch for the Scizor, Fake Out, and High Jump Kick, which is also a problem for him. Next up, we have Choice Commander Zygarde, another mon that just hits his team really nicely with 1000 Arrows, Extreme Speed, Outrage, and Earthquake, because I believe his only flying type is Gliscor. Yeah, his only ground immunity is Gliscor, so if I can get rid of that, then it's just better to click Earthquake. So yeah, that's why we have that. And then finally we have Moltres, because the Scizor is really annoying. And yeah, just have Flamethrower, Hidden Power Ice, Sub, and Roost. 232 speed, max HP, 24, and Bold. So yeah, that's going to be the team. And let's jump over to week 3 here. Okay, so as we can see, he does decide to bring the Tapu Koko, Mega Scizor, Crocodile, Jellicent, Gliscor, and Keldeo. And yeah, now that I'm actually looking at the team, Energy Ball is also there for the Keldeo and the Jellicent, and I think I am starting to remember stuff. I believe the Kofag is there for the Keldeo because it is a huge problem to my team, especially if it's like Specs. Pretty sure I expected it to be Specs, so yeah, Kofag can kind of somewhat be a switch in. So yeah, besides that, I don't really have anything that wants to switch into a Specs Keldeo. And yeah, I really don't remember much of this game, so it's going to be like I'm watching it for the first time here, but let's see. Not the volume again, oh my gosh. I cannot get this volume right. Okay, he leads with Keldeo as I lead with the Mega Love. I'm just going to Mega Evolve, go ahead and go for the Fake Out here. As he's going to switch out into his Gliscor, and he's going to go right back into Keldeo as I go for the Ice Punch. And yeah, I got to switch out here, so yeah, I have Kofag for the Keldeo. It can take it really nicely here. Not a 3 hit KO, not even a 4 hit KO probably. I'm going to decide to get up my Toxic Spikes because it's really good for his team. He does have defog options, but I just decide to get them up anyway. And I can keep going for Toxic Spikes here. I'm getting my leftovers back, so yeah, I don't really mind. I'm going to switch out now into my Lopunny as he does go for the Earthquake this turn. I'm kind of forcing him out here, and he's going to have to keep that T-Spike up for a bit if he wants to switch out. Fake Out did 3% in total, and yeah, I just go for the Ice Punch here. Well, after the Poison Heal that was. Yeah, I'm just going to go for the Ice Punch here, and I get the Gliscor really low, which is super nice, as he's going to go into his Jellicent now, which can just eat that up. I'm going to go out into my Kofagrigus, and yeah, he's just going to decide to go for the Will-O-Wisp here. I don't really care about that. It will cancel out my leftovers, though, obviously. And now I'm just going to go for the Energy Ball. He decides to switch into the Gliscor and let it die here. I'm totally cool with that as well. He's going to go into his Crook now. I am burned, but it doesn't really matter. I do decide to switch, and he does catch me with the Pursuit. Yeah, that was pretty stupid, to be honest. I should have just attacked it. But if I could keep it around for the Keldeo, that would be really nice. I do go for the High Jump Kick here, and I miss, which really sucks, because as you can see, that would have been a 2-hit KO. So, missed the first High Jump Kick in the other league. I had Mega Lopunny, and I missed the first High Jump hit. English is so difficult. I don't know why I'm having a hard time with this. I missed the first high jump kick here, so yeah, that's not good. I kind of missed what happened there, but yeah, now I'm in with Moltres. He's going to go for the knockoff. That does a ton, but we do get the flame body, which is really nice. And he's going to switch out here into his Keldeo, as I'm just going to go for the Roost, get my health back here. He's going to go for a Scald. I know I can take one of those, but what am I switching into a Scald at this point? I do not have a switch in, and Moltres is the most expendable, I feel. So I let it die. And now I can go into my Nihilego, which can take a hit here. I am going to decide to get up the rocks. At this point, I am just going for game with my Magina, because I can't keep playing around this Keldeo and everything. So the rocks up there, I believe that puts it in range for Coco 100%, but I don't even know if I needed to get the rocks up when I looked back at it, so yeah, I'm not sure. I can go into Zygarde here. His Gliscor's dead, so obviously I can just click Earthquake. Kill off the Crook. He's going to go Scizor. Not too sure why. I guess he just wants to get the Bullet Punch off, because we're going to be able to kill that with Earthquake as well. Now he's going to go back into his Keldeo here. Go for the Secret Sword. This is fine, because this gives my Magina the opportunity it needs to win the game. Everything is in range of Magina at this point, which is exactly what I was trying to set the game up for. I can just go for a Shift Gear here. He will still outspeed, but it doesn't matter, because I can kill this off. And I know I outspeed the other two Mons in his team. Can kill that off with a Dazzling Gleam. He's going to go Coco here. I can just go ahead and fire off the Z move here. I believe with Rocks up it made it guarantee that the non-Z move would kill. But yeah, I just go for the Z move anyway, because I don't need it for the Jellicent, and can just kill that off with a Dazzling Gleam as well. So yeah, GG to Tony. His team was super scary, and yeah, as you can see, it was putting my team under a lot of pressure. I decided I just had to try and win with Magina at that point, because yeah, it was going to be really hard to try and win that from there, but I knew Magina could do it, so I just needed to make sure everything could get into range and chip stuff down, and that's exactly what I did, and Magina gets the win here. So yeah, that's going to be another win for us. We're going to finish off 2-1 here. This video is probably incredibly long. I tried to speed it up as much as I could. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know. And yeah, we're going to be back with weeks 4 to 6 sometime soon. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Off to a pretty good start, 2-1. Not happy with how I played week 2, but yeah, it's okay. We can definitely keep going here and try to win weeks 4 to 6, which I'll see you on the next video for. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.